Makes it look very interesting out here, doesn't it? Especially with the floating platform. It kind of looks like a giant ass heatsink, doesn't it? Do, 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 do. No, I'm pretty sure I've done that one before. It's like I can only be silly so many times before I start accidentally repeating myself because I forget what I've done or haven't done. Hello everyone, my name is DarkRubberNeck and welcome back to Space Engineers. Whoa, that looks really cool. The game with really cool looking windmills. You know, modded windmills because they're not normal windmills, but still they look really cool. Okay, so last time we were working on the reactors. It's like a big heart for the ship, except it doesn't beat in blood. It beats in uranium, the best kind of blood. Delicious uranium tasting blood. And in here it's actually pretty dark because, well, you know how it is when you build a room without lights. It tends to be dark. But it looks pretty cool though. Oh, and it looks like the refineries are done. I guess it's now just working on the blocks? Perhaps? Yeah, looks like it's working in the blocks now. Yay! Last time I checked it was at least 3/4 done. I guess it was building the reactor components faster than I realized. I don't mind. Okay, so now what are we doing next? I was about to say next episode. I'm already on the next episode. That's this episode. Okay, so one day in bed I was contemplating, how do these hangars go about? Because, well, you remember correctly, I decided my nacelles are going to be like curving around all the way around and probably to the back. And I'm thinking of having them also curve upwards and over a bit. This causes problems in that the nacelles are on the side, but so is the hangars, you know? I'm not entirely sure how big these nacelles are going to be. And I'm not entirely sure how long the ship is going to be. So, you know, I got the problem of, could I start working on the nacelles and then figure out like how big and all that nacelles are and then, you know, put the hangars around there? Or do I attempt to build the hangar and hope I don't stuff up? I mean, worst comes to worst, I can always have the nacelles go along like this, and then they curve out a bit, like some sort of weird sort of wing. That could look nice. They could curve out, and then stop, and then go in, so it's like a sort of weird flattish bladish head wing thing. And then they also curve up, maybe. Don't know if I'll do the curve up if they pull out. Either way, you know, it could look interesting, you know? Very interesting. Also, having it curve out might also leave me more room for forward thrusters. I can only put so many forward thrusters at the front here. So having it curve out a bit more at the back could leave more room for some forward thrusters. So what I would want to do this episode is the hangar, yes, and because I'm not entirely sure how big the nacelles are going to be, I would want the hangar entrances to be down the bottom and down the top while trying to leave them not in the middle. Perhaps. Or I could have it just one big wide open section. Obviously this will pop out like this door because, you know, the hangar has to have a actual flat section, so it's going to be a bit boxy. Maybe that's why it'll be a bladed nacelle, because the back end of the ship isn't going to be like the front end. Maybe it's actually going to like pop out here just a little bit and then go around, and then, you know, the nacelles will follow that. That could work. That could definitely work. So first things first, I'm going to need this as a walkway, so that way I can separate the hangar from the, you know, actually everything else. Otherwise, how am I going to get to the back of the ship if I don't actually have a way of getting there without cutting through the hangar? Which would kind of be interesting, except for the fact that who particularly wants to go through a hangar when they're, you know, trying to travel around a ship? Just seems kind of double Dutch, you know? This is going to be the walkway. It's only too wide. I wish it could be more, but meh. This is what I got. There's not exactly a lot of space to play with for the hangar over here. So, you know, trying to make do with what I have. If I was to try and make it as wide as I would like, I could, technically speaking, make it a little bit wider. I mean, 2 does seem a bit thin, doesn't it? But only by 1. No more. Just give myself a little bit more room to play with. Okay, so this is going to be this wide. Going to come up so high. Who knows? Goes high, that's all. Everyone likes getting high. That doesn't sound right, but you know what I mean, right? Okay, this room comes out this wide. It's going to be... I'm still not sure what this room is for. It's just a room at the moment. Its purpose is unknown. It's got windows for looking in, but why? Why? What is the purpose of this room? Over here is going to be... I got to fill this up eventually. Not now, because, you know, that's going to take time, but eventually. Okay, so the hangar will not have this gap here. The gap will stay under the reactor area and this walkway area, but not the hangar, because I need as much room as possible for ships flying in and out. Don't want to make it difficult for myself. Is this how tall I want the split between them, or do I want to worry about that at all? Actually, how much room do I have to play with here? We got 1, 2, 10, 11, 12. Okay, it's currently split by 12 in the middle between top and bottom. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. I just, for a moment there, I miscalculated and stuff. Whoops. Okay, so I think it should be fine. Whoa, lock up. I think it should be fine keeping this as the split in half. Yeah, keep a floor here. Don't know how I want to build these hangars, but I do want to kind of have them join together. Like, not like, you know, as one big room, but more like 2 separate rooms that actually are kind of like one big room. Does that make sense? There's still going to be a floor between the 2 room sections, but still going to be one big room. I just got to figure out how I'm going to pull it off. Not... Oh, hiccups. Still got to figure out how I'm going to pull it off. I'm not too sure. Well, obviously there's going to be another door section here, right? You know, getting in and out. Just like the front over there. This is going to stick out a bit. I don't know how yet, because I haven't decided how it's going to work. Will I put an elevator in here like I did the other side? I don't think I need one, do I? Maybe a little elevator? It depends on what I actually put in this section, perhaps. Yeah. Just trying to get this floor in so that way I don't have it worry about it, you know, figuring it out, making sure it works. Okay, so I got this segmented, kinda. Not too sure if... I know this is gonna be where the floor is, but... how do I do this? How do I want to do this? I want them as 2 rooms. Need to get... Oh, this got to go all the way to the end, doesn't it? So that way I at least know how big this room's going to be. Also, how am I going to install these force fields? Maybe I have it say, this row continues like that. And then I install the force fields here. So that way they go across instead of up and down like I normally do. That way it would have, you know, I could have it on both sides. And it feel like side force fields and allow me to continue working with like this diagonal block all the way through. Could work. Oh, I also probably want to use heavy armor blocks on this thing, don't I? That way, less problem with landing and stuff. How wide is this going to be? Like, do I want it as wide as a reactor? Looks good enough for me, right? As wide as the reactor room? Yeah, I'd say so. Oh, this really needs to be heavy armor block if things are going to land there. Okay, so that's its general shape, right? It looks big enough. The reason I've got this sticking out two here is I'm thinking maybe some sort of staircase. A big staircase. Do I want it on both sides? I don't know yet. You know, something to help, you know, get a pass between two floors. If I do it on both sides, it would kind of look kind of cool, you know, like a floating platform. Of course, then I got another problem in that I have to find some way to put a conveyor belt in here, don't I? Oh, wow, that's gonna suck. Maybe this room needs to be a little bit bigger? I mean, I could make it a little bit taller if I'm gonna go put those things up, right? Ooh, what if this section is actually taller and over there is taller and it just continues to be tall all the way out like a big, and then this section here is actually small. So that way when this section comes up, it's like it's wrapping around the taller section. Ooh, that could be interesting. Now the question is, how much taller do I want it to be? I suppose the best way to figure out how much taller I want it to be is figure out how much space I need here. Oh, clearly this is where the floor, this room here is big enough, right? I just need a connection in here, so I need enough space to move a conveyor belt in here. Okay, is that wide enough for parking a couple of ships on? Let's say a ship is, say, this wide. I might want the room a little bit wider, do I? It depends on how many ships I want. Like, and down here I could fit a couple ships. Maybe upstairs will be just one big ship. So maybe I don't want the room wider after all. Upstairs will be bigger ship, downstairs will be smaller ships. Okay. Makes sense. Obviously this hallway here is going to have to come up a bit. You know, it's going to have a walkway to go up. That way I can get into, you know, here. Maybe also a way to get down. I don't know yet about that. I'll have the conveyor come in here. Oh, that actually leaves me a perfect opportunity for getting the conveyor in, because if the stairs have to come up, then the conveyor can just come through here, right? And then I'll have it come through. Ooh, okay. Where will it come through? Good question. What if I don't have it come through there? What if I go for the exposed pipe look? Just give me a second, I'll show you what I mean. I am thinking, say, grab you. I hate the way it does that. Put you like so. Also like so. Oh no, 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 no. Down here is going to be a problem. Because I have no way of having the conveyor come in through it. Unless the ships in the bottom hang from the roof? Should I do that? Like bottom ships hang down and top ships sit up? I mean, I could do that. I could definitely do that. I could make it even bigger to allow it to land there, you know, sit on the floor. But I am actually kind of happy with this current height for the bottom floor, you know, sitting on the bottom here. I don't want it to be a little thicker, I don't. I'm very happy with the way it is. So yeah, ships are gonna have to hang from the roof. What if I actually, bring the connection through here after all. I can bring it through here. Bring it through here. And then bring it down. Yeah. What if I bring it through this way? It wouldn't be a problem to bring it through that way, right? You pop out around here, go in there. Have like some little slope blocks to cover it up. Yeah, that would work. That would definitely work. So I don't need these exposed blocks after all? Ah, bugger. I have to remove them. This could kind of work to protect the pipe. Yeah. I can put some stuff up there. Oh, hey, this could also work as like an air vent section. Yeah, let's go put an air vent here. Actually, I'm not entirely sure I'm getting the air vent in there. You go there. And then... No. It doesn't matter having an exposed air vent if I do it right. I could just say, put you there. You know, to cap it. Having an exposed air vent isn't that much of a problem. I mean, normally I hide them, yes, but, you know, it's there. But... does kind of look a bit ridiculous, doesn't it? I thought this section would look nicer than that. But it doesn't. I think I'll have to change how that looks. That could work out better. And then I can put the air in here. That looks a bit more utilitarian while still looking good, instead of the weirdness that it was before. Yeah, that definitely suits it a lot better than it was before. Heck, I could even go a step further and say add some cargo containers here if I really wanted to, but no. Don't want to go that far. Oh, can I not get you in there? Oh, you're another bloody invisible block. Ah, son of a... I have to reset my game again. Don't know what causes that glitch. It's annoying as all hell. I can see through that. Oh, I think whenever we get the invisible wall glitches, my game also locks up with the saving, because it's still saving like 36 seconds later. I suspect I might know what's causing the glitch. My computer's on the outs, as I said, but I suspect one of the big problems with my computer going out is I got an old SSD drive in that's unable to error correct itself like newer drives, and so my operating system is extremely unstable, saving to parts of my hard drive which don't work like they used to. And as I have my space engineers installed on the same drive, not even realizing beforehand that the problem was my drive, well, obviously you get glitches like this happen. My bloody computer died when I tried resetting the game, and the bloody stupid piece of crappy crap. I'm looking forward to being able to afford new CPU in the end of the month. Well, not afford it, I'm waiting for it to be released, but I can already afford it. Gonna get myself one of those high-end Intel chips. Normally they're like twice as expensive as they are, but nope. Intel's got the nice discounts on them now, so they're nice and cheap. And they're kind of cheaper than AMD now, which is freaking weird. Like, I wouldn't mind... Whoops, oh wait, that's not supposed to be that. I wouldn't mind the Threadripper chips because they look bloody awesome, but Australia... what was it? The lowest Threadripper chip is $1,300 US, whereas like the lowest of Intel's versions of the chip, so like half that. I'm like, holy crap, this is so cheap. It's like, yeah, it's missing features like PCI Express 4 and all that, but still, think I'd go with the cheaper chip, you know what I mean? I have money saved up, but not that much money saved up. I mean, I have to save up money for the hard drives, you know, the SSDs. Because like I said, I'm pretty sure half the reason is that I'm using old SSDs that don't have error correction abilities, you know. I think I read that it's supposed to be that the newer drives have it that way. If it detects a problem with the drive, it's like, yeah, don't use this part of the drive. Just ignore this part of the drive. Whereas the older drives are like, there's something wrong with the drive, or at least the older drives are like, I can't even see anything wrong with the drive. So it's not able to say, you know, you shouldn't use this part of the drive. I'm pretty sure that's one of my major problems with my computer at the moment, in that, you know, I'm using older SSDs. But, you know, soon I'll have new SSDs and a fancy new CPU that can keep up with my encoding. Because my old Core i7 477700K, whatever, however you pronounce it, it's great. It was awesome when I first started YouTube, you know. I mean, I bought it originally as a high-end CPU for just gaming before I YouTubed. And it went great at first, you know, everything was great, you know, encoding was great, but for some reason eventually it started slowing down. I suspect it's actually software improving and stuff like that, using newer features of chips that aren't available on my older CPU, like inbuilt encoding and stuff, which isn't in the older chips. So I was like, if only I had this stuff built into my chip, if only I had a newer chip. And, you know, I basically held onto my older chip because, you know, it worked great. Encoding was slow, but it still worked, you know. But now it's like, it's just getting too much, you know what I mean? Encoding's getting worse. You know, it takes ages, hours and hours to encode. And then, you know, my computer's just playing up. At this point in time, it's like, you know what? I've saved up money. There's some nice chips coming available. I'm getting them. I'm definitely getting them. No more problems. No more computer crashing, no more computer locking up, Space Engineers running smoothly again. Just so much better than beforehand. Looking forward to it. I just have to wait till the end of the month when these chips are released. I really was hoping I'd be able to get the Threadripper. Because, you know, I thought AMD was supposed to be cheaper than Intel. It has been for ages and ages, but nope. It's really freaking weird that for once in a while, you know, AMD is actually the more expensive one. Okay, so I have that there. I'll just have to say, when I do my stairs, I'll have to have it so it come out that way a little bit and then come down, which might not actually work because that's actually pretty tall. But it should be fine. Wait, actually, considering the ships hang from the roof, I should actually be fine if I say have the stair come down and say reach here and then come out a little bit more, because the ships are going to have to come in through the roof section, you know, and land in. It doesn't matter if there's like a small little stair coming down. It'd actually make it look cooler, it would. Because then, you know, you have someone, say a ship's coming in, but also a person's coming down. So, you know, they're coming down this way and they see a ship flying in, and the ship's flying in. And as they fly in, they see a person walking down, as like just up against the force field. It looked pretty cool, you know? I'll leave a hole in the top here so that way I can pipe it later. Okay, so how tall do I want this to be? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really? 5? Yep, 5. Okay. So for this one, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. Only one taller? I thought it would be more than that. Okay. Okay. I will, you know, I still want exposed pipe here at least. Yeah. What I'm going to do is give me a second. Put you here. Bring you up to here. You go there. Put a roof here. Then a gap, and then a roof, and then another bit. That way, it's actually a bit taller while allowing the pipes to flow through. You know what I mean? That way, because if it's only one taller, it just wouldn't look right. It needs to be like 2 or 3 taller to really have it look right for the idea I had for, you know, making it higher. Does that make any sense? Give it a little bit extra space or a lot bit extra space. Maybe I could say, and then I go use that. Okay, so that's how much taller it will be. Look nice. At the moment it looks ridiculous, you know what I mean? But once it's on both sides and is, you know, only here and only over there while leaving the middle, it should look a lot better as it stretches out the back, if you know what I mean, like some sort of weird thrustery section. And then, you know, when I actually put the other bit over the top on top of that, it would look even better, you know what I mean? Okay, I got the top section enclosed up. That, makes it look very interesting out here, doesn't it? Especially with the floating platform. It kind of looks like a giant-ass heatsink, doesn't it? Suppose it'll probably look better once, you know, it's actually finished constructed and then I decorate it, you know, with all sorts of weird stuff. Suppose pies, everything else. But at the moment, it just looks like a giant heatsink. It's not really a problem. I'll probably have to end this episode now. Because I'll do the staircase in my spare time. It'll come out that way and then out that way a little. And, you know, do the pipes and then the shield. Ooh, okay, I'll have to shorten that a little bit, but the shield should go there. But yeah, I pretty much ran out of time. And I got a lot done figuring out the shape and figuring out how it's going to connect to everything, because obviously, you know, you can't have just sitting there like nothing. You have to make sure everything's connected right, otherwise it just wouldn't work. Maybe instead of, you know, having it end like this, I can just cut this off here, you know? Might look better. Just give me a second while I do that. Okay, does that look better? Yeah, I think it looks better like that. Less like a heatsink now. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I gotta do in my spare time. I mean, it just things like pipes and that, you know, just little bits and pieces. And then also, you know, duplicating on the other side, which I'll probably completely forget to do. You guys know me. Next episode will probably start and the other side wouldn't even be slightly started. But yeah, I'll have to end this episode now. So guys, like always, I had a lot of fun, got a lot of stuff done. It's looking so much better, you know, when you're actually outside and have a proper look at the ship, which I forgot to record. Like when I started the setup before recording, I took a proper look at the actual hull of the ship. I'm like, wow, it's actually starting to look nice. Maybe I'll try to remember that next episode to show you guys. But yeah, you know, it's like, it's really starting. The whole game just locked up. It's really starting to look nice now, and I'm really looking forward to how it is actually going to look when it's done, you know? Oh, it's gonna be so awesome. So guys, well, you know what to do. If you enjoyed this episode, well, hit that. Tongue-tied! If you enjoyed this episode, well, you know what to do. You hit that like and subscribe button, or share it with your friends. Otherwise, I'll see y'all next time. Bye! Oh, what if this section is actually taller, and over there is taller, and it just continues to be tall all the way out like a big, and then this section here is actually small. That way when this section comes up, it's like it's wrapping around the taller section. Ooh, that could be interesting.